Snigdha panga vilokanim bhagavati mandasmita shrimukhi vatsalyamrit varshanim sumadhuram samkirtanalapini.
Yoga is a holistic way of being in life, of holding myself in life, of looking at life with a deep intimacy and a deep presence, and a sense of truly being here, a sense of really staying in my body, a sense of demystifying a dreamlike quality or demystifying any sense of egoic attachment. Yoga being a reminder of where I am in the world. Yoga being a reminder that my body is a microcosm of the huge, vast universe around me.
Vinyasa yoga is like, for me, it's kind of dancing on my own breath. It was really hard to find something that could bring the same relief or same contentment in life that dance brought. Until I came across Vinyasa yoga.
I never truly thought about wanting to teach yoga, to be very candid. I think for me it was really more about getting an emotional headspace and actually being away from work and my day-to-day life. So it's much more of a emotional as well as a spiritual journey for me to be away. And I found yoga teacher training to be a really amazing opportunity for me to do that, but then at the same time practicing something that I already loved. For me, it was really more about deepening my practice and then also really trying to answer some of the questions like who I am, who I want to be, and how do I really want to spend time in my life.
Coming on this training there's been a subtle shift away from, just getting a qualification to do something. It's so much more than that. It's a way to integrate all the teachings into your life, if you can. I'd never done any meditation before, and this has been it feels like such a safe and nurturing environment.
I think it encompasses both a physical aspect and a mindfulness and meditation, but also it's a way of life as well. So you can apply the yogic principles to the rest of your life, which is kind of what I've learned about on the course.
The nicest way of moving the body for me and will always be yoga.
A good yoga teacher is someone that can hold space, can actually create and hold sacred space for the individual student to grow and transform. I really feel it's our job to create safe, intelligent, creative sequences, right? So that that student feels held. They might know it here, but they're gonna feel it here. They feel like there's something right about this practice. There's something just so right about this sequence, about this space, about this teacher. I'm held. And by being held in that way, I can explore, I can grow, I can transform, I can fly.
So my favourite part of the course so far has definitely got to be the meditation and practice in the morning. So we do half an hour of meditation and then 2 hours of yoga. And I really love that it's themed around particular sort of poses or particular parts of the body. And I really feel like we're building up to be able to do more poses or to advance our practice in the way we would like to.
I've been able to do stuff here that I've not been able to do before, and that's only in sort of a week and a half, 2 weeks. In terms of flexibility and strength, made great progression.
Watching our peers come on so much makes you realise that you can too. We've all picked 3 poses to work on, and seeing people come from really struggling within the pose to finding a lot more depth within the pose by the end of just 3 weeks makes us realise when we get home, if we set ourselves goals, we can achieve them.
Tomorrow's a new day for everyone. A brand new moon and brand new sun.
Spiritually, the philosophy has really broadened my horizons, and I now understand so much more about yoga, and that can't avoid having an impact on me going forward.
I really want to impart and share my understanding of Eastern philosophy, because I feel like it's such a great help for knowing how to live your life in a richer way, and to have a different relationship to life than you might have had before.
When you come here and you learn from someone like Vidya, who really has embodied this and understood it for many years, you see where it comes from and the sincerity and actually how it links to things within your life.
My whole life's been dedicated to living the teachings of yoga. I feel that I've attained a level of being equanimous with my experience, and that's something that I really like to teach people also, because I feel like it's it's so important to have this kind of freedom really in relationship to your experience.
As soon as you start to know some stuff, you realise, the wormhole gets bigger, and you realise there's this much stuff to know. And then you open this page of this book and find out about this stuff, or this series of poses, or this aspect of pranayama or something, and then realise that that's a whole nother subject all in itself. And training yourself to realise that you don't need to know all of it right now in 3 weeks. That's a lifetime of learning and experience.
The part of the course that has resonated with me would be the anatomy portion. I love it. It's a lot, and I wish I knew more already, but I'm excited to kind of adventure in that territory and really learn about the body and how it works, because I think it's really helpful, not only in like doing yoga, but in life.
Here in anatomy we get all the clues, like how the body works and how your muscles work and how you protect and all these poses, and I'm really curious about the whole body.
We were learning about philosophy, we were learning about anatomy, we were learning how to sequence classes, how to talk people through classes.
The physical side is really rigorous. Not only are you going into classes, but you're teaching classes and then you're practicing your classes. So you go to a class, you go to another class, and then in your own time you practice your own class. So our fitness levels have rocketed.
The definition of yoga is calming the mind, becoming present, but also moving in a way that suits your body, and in a gentle way, thinking with the breathing. It's bringing the whole of the body together.
The transformation that an individual can go through in an intense learning environment is really special. And that's why I love this program of doing a teacher training in 21 days. I think it's quite powerful in the way it transforms you and the way you get to see yourself change, the way you change, and how it in turn kind of changes your life and the way you see the world.
For me, I was really apprehensive about doing the course, and I just needn't have worried. I was worried whether I'd be able to do it, whether I was fit enough, whether I was mentally strong enough, whether I'd be able to manage 3 weeks away from home. But the minute I arrived, all those fears just fell away, and I was just able to have the most wonderful time and meet the most wonderful people as well.
Yoga means a lot to me, but now it's more like a real personal quest and a journey and a passion, of course. And that's really like grown upon me while I was here. I feel just so much more present and so much more content as both a person, and obviously now I'm going to go out and teach. So.
I really see it as a personal transformational voyage that people go on and that I accompany people on. And that part of it for me is really the most important part. And then on top of that, I really want people to leave with the ability to teach a really good yoga class.
I think that a yoga practice that's deeply embedded and embodied and understood can then be translated into all aspects off of the mat.
Trust yourself. Your body can handle a lot more than you give it credit for. Don't trust those thoughts that tell you, that you're too weak or you're not going to get up there or you can't hold yourself in that way. Just, trust your heart and your intuition more than you trust those thoughts that echo around in there.
Share this with others. So if you're passionate about a thing, I think that's also radiating out to others. So you can only inspire when you're inspired. Whatever you do, as a yoga teacher, be yourself, be authentic. So everybody else is already taken, so it's only you there, and nobody else can compete with you because you are unique. And I think if you bring that into the practice and share that with your students, you are going to be an amazing yoga teacher.
I think yoga is so many things and it can be taught in so many different ways. So I feel like it can really be tailored to almost anyone. And I feel like yoga is becoming a global practice. It's a practice that is going to keep growing, and I feel like the importance of yoga is that it's providing a kind of grassroots movement of people that want to be more aware, more conscious. It's people who really are trying to become more mindful and to live a richer, fuller life. And I think yoga is going to change the world.